On February 15, 2006, 18-year-old Jennifer Crecente went missing. When they found her body, police discovered that Jennifer had been shot in the back of the head, execution style. Witness statements and physical evidence pointed to the killer being Jennifer's on-again, off-again boyfriend, Justin Crabbe. When he was arrested, he claimed that Jennifer had been killed by accident while he and his friend Ricardo Richard Roman were fooling around with a gun that Roman had purchased. Police bring Roman in for questioning, but he gives them a completely different story.
What's the matter?
No, hey, dude, first off, I want you to know that you're not under arrest, right?
Yes, sir.
And that you are here voluntarily.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're not under arrest. You can leave if you want. You don't
No,
have to
I want
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I take a picture of you?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever been arrested?
No.
Never.
Never.
That's why we couldn't find anything on you. You ever been in trouble with the police at all?
No, sir. I haven't, like my real dad, he does the SOD stuff, and
Yeah.
I've kept my record clean for stuff like that.
Is the brothers and sisters you have, you from your real dad or?
Two of them, Priscilla and
Oh.
they're from him.
How old are they?
One's 16, or no, she's actually 18 now, and the other one is 13.
Yeah.
14.
But let me show you. I'm gonna get a photo of the person I'm talking about, and you tell me if you know him.
All right.
All right. Number one. Number two. I'm gonna ask you about a certain day and what you did that day.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me, okay?
All right.
Hold on. And the last thing I'm gonna need from you is for you to start lying. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You can ask me, and I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, first off, if you know this guy here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, when I met him, he told me his name was Josh. He lived right there at the corner bus stop.
You say his name is Josh?
That's what he said. Cause I asked him, cause I see he had a tattoo.
When did you meet him?
I met him. I don't know. I was catching. I can tell you on the application. I wrote the date down on the application, cause I was going to fill out applications that day at the bus stop, and he had a cigarette, and I bummed the cigarette off of him. And I asked him. He was like, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Looking for a job." And he was like, "Well, we're looking for somebody at this tattoo shop or whatnot. I just got hired on." And he was like, "Just go by there, I'll hook you up and give you a good price." And I was like, "Alrighty." But, I found out that he doesn't actually do tattoos and whatnot, that he is just like a little helper, So I knew he was.
I rode in the back, met this person at the bus stop, and he told me his name is Josh. Is today's date and the time?
Yeah. He came. Yeah.
And how long have you known him for?
To be honest with you, I don't even know. He would stop by the house every now and then, and there was one night where he was calling and calling, and he would walk out to the front. Sorry. He would wait there in the front, and I'd tell him, I'd be like, "Dude, just go somewhere, ask my mom." I'd like, "Dude, was like, I don't even want to talk or nothing. He was like, oh, blah, blah. He was being, it was all due to the fact that, he was being disrespectful in front of my mom.
Okay.
I told him I didn't want to go to, and for some reason he kept trying to get me to go out with him. Oh, shit. Oh, my bad.
That's right there in the bottom. There you go. Tell me about Wednesday.
Wednesday, he came to the house and we went to 7-Eleven, got a 6-pack of beer, some cigarettes, and a cigarello sweet, and went back to my house. And he gave me some money. He gave me about $40, $50, because he winded up, one of my friends. He was talking to one of my friends. He went to one of my friend's house, and he wanted some weed or something. And, so I talked to my friend, and my friend was like, nah. But somehow he wound up talking to my friend, and he gave me the money because I guess he got, mad or something, or he thought I was mad at him for talking to my friend. And so when we got the money, I thought, because like a while back, there's a backpack at Academy that I wanted. And so got my sister and Joe to take me to Academy, and he was like, all right. So, he wound up being a little tag along with this. We got into Walmart. I went to the backpack section, and we all went over there, and we went there looking at the guns, and I got a little one of those concealed the handgun course things to take that. And I was talking to a guy for a minute over there, and then they went to the front, I went and grabbed my backpack, went back, and I met them out in the car.
Okay. So it was you, and who else?
Me, Joe, and some Mexican dude that rides with Joe. He's a little kid. He can't be no older than about 7.
Some Mexican dude, and then who else?
And that guy.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
Nothing. Went back to my house. I started going through my backpack and loaded all my stuff, and I put it inside my thing. Put all my new stuff back into that backpack, and I stayed there.
And then?
Then that was it. I haven't heard from him since. My dad's he was supposed to buy a car for my dad, and my dad's been telling, you can go home, look at the home caller ID, you check my phone. He hasn't, he was bugging me. He'd call, he's like, oh, we're gonna have this party at so-and-so place. Oh, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna go, you wanna come? It's like, no, I don't just jump and go with different people. Off for the fact of, it's like I got my baby sister at the house. My little sister, she walked to 7-Eleven. I'm going to walk with her.
Yeah.
It's just for the fact I don't feel safe around people. And, it's just now these days, basically, period.
We, what else was, did y'all buy at the Academy?
I don't know. I'm telling you, you can.
Who took y'all over there?
Joe.
And what?
And my sister's car.
Which is what?
The girl, it's a big green or a big maroon LTD. Lincoln. I don't know if it's a Lincoln. It's an LTD.
And,
but
and does your sister live with you?
No, she don't. Her and her boyfriend stay from between his mom's house and either their cousins or something.
What's his phone number?
I don't know if they don't got. I remember I asked my mom for Joe's phone number. I got the cashier at Academy. I got her number. She can tell you I was by her. So she even works at Academy. Her name's Alana. Yes, you can ask her. You can talk to her.
About what? Whether or not you were at the Academy?
Yeah. Well, no, I went to the Academy. Yeah. But you can ask. When I went up to the cash register, I was by myself. It was me by myself.
And the other?
You can even ask the Academy ask them for the surveillance.
Yeah, and the others? What were they at?
I met them out in the car. I had already went to, I was already, tied up. I was looking between my backpacks. That's it.
Yeah.
But
okay. So you don't know what else that was bought?
No. I went
sure
straight.
about that?
Yes, I went straight to the Academy, or straight to the backpack sections.
What do you do anything as far as drugs and stuff like that?
No, I used to smoke weed a lot, but once my parents found out, and they was like, as long as your sister don't see it, I quit smoking weed.
Where are you from?
Originally from San Antonio.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
How old were you?
What'd you say?
How old were you when
We
you
moved over
away?
here.
Yeah.
From San Antonio, we moved to Port Arthur. From Port Arthur, we moved to over here. Pflugerville, I was about 13.
You were 13
Mm-hmm.
when you moved here?
Give or take.
And to Port Arthur?
Anywhere between the age of about 6 and 12. Or no, 6 and 9.
Port Arthur, is that by the
Beaumont, Bridge City.
Is that by the water or the ocean? Somewhere close?
Give or take, yeah. Gulf. Or, yeah.
So did y'all make it to the ocean, right? To the
No,
beach?
not really.
Really?
Well, we went fishing. We went fishing in Galveston a couple of times. But my grandpa, he lives in Rockport. We used to go fishing with him all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we
I know
don't make-
Rockport's right there.
Yeah, we don't make trips out there. But, because we used to walk the jetties. He used to go out there a lot when he was younger. And now it's like his knees are going out.
Yeah.
So,
So Wednesday,
Mhm.
you, Joe, This-
some Mexican dude.
and some Mexican dude.
Yeah. He's a young guy.
And about what time was this?
It was about I could give you an exact time once we get to the house. I got my receipt.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sir.
What? Guess.
Mm.
If you had to guess.
Anywhere between, I want to say, give or take about anywhere between 12 or about 10 o'clock. 10 till, I want to say from about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock till about like 4 or 3, give or take. It was, in the afternoon.
So
time.
you guys leave there. Y'all left there.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all go?
To my house. We went straight back to my house.
Straight to your house.
Yeah, we took apart the radiator. My mom was just talking about it the other day. My little sister almost got hit with the water.
And then?
That was it. Took apart. Cause that wife, he wound up coming to my. When we all got to my house, we popped Joe's hood. Me, my dad, and everybody that was at the garage. We started looking at Joe's car, and then that white boy just left. He said his friend was gonna come pick him up from work, and they're supposed to go back because he was gonna give me a tattoo supposedly. For either him hooking up with my friend and whatnot, or I was supposed to get hooked up and I didn't show up that day.
So you go to your house, and everybody else went to your house too?
Yeah, my whole family was there.
No, everybody that went with you to the store.
Yeah, everybody. The one car that we were all in went straight to my house and we stayed there.
For how long?
So my mama got home about 6.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then?
Stayed there. That was it. I can't leave my house after 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. Once if I do that, I'm locked out.
But before then, you can't leave?
Yeah.
So what you do before that?
Nothing. Stayed there.
Everybody did?
Yeah, me, Joe, Priscilla, and that's it.
And this guy? And,
he was gone.
And the other Mexican guy?
Oh, that Mexican guy, he stayed there. He was with Joe and Priscilla. That's I guess either his cousin or something, or one of his friends. That guy, as soon as we got to Academy, he left.
Who was at your house there when you were there?
Everybody, my whole family.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Or your stepdad?
Yes,
your
sir.
Mom?
No, my mom wasn't at home. She gets off work about 6. But everybody that you saw in the garage right now was there that day.
Those 2 white guys? Who are those 2 white guys? That were
Oh, that's Jimmy. I used to work with them. They know my dad from Time Warner.
Okay.
But everybody that was there that you see right now was there that day. Everybody.
When you walked out...
You know what? Oh, well, you can check.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
What were you going to say?
my front door neighbor, you asked what else I did. I went over there and played pool for a little bit, and that was it.
With the neighbor?
Yeah, we went over there, talked to his son, see if he wanted to play pool. Sat back, drank a beer, walked back across the street.
Around what time was this?
8:39, give or take.
Who would you play pool with?
Mike and Cece.
They live at
Yeah, they're the parents.
They live there?
Yeah.
Who was with you?
Just me. My parents see me walk across the street.
Yeah. And it was around 8 o'clock?
Yeah. Because we went and got beer.
Did you, on that day,
Mhm.
how old is Joe?
He's, give or take the age, between 17 and 17 and 8. Either 17 and 19, but I want to say for sure 17, because my baby sister, well, she's my baby sister, but, you know.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you own a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Cannon Breach, old, it has no stock to it or anything, but it's a Cannon Breach. It's there at the house still.
What is it, a handgun?
No, it's a big old World War. It was my great-great-grandpa's.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he was fixing it up.
What, do you own any other gun?
No. I'm trying to get a concealed handgun license.
You don't have anything else?
Nope.
You don't have any type of guns, rifles, shotguns, or anything like that?
Nope. You can ask my parents, you know, because I've been trying to, you know, I called to the pawn shop to see if, because like a while back I pawned a 303 British, and I was trying to look for it, but it was already gone. So,
you don't own anything else?
just that it's hanging up on the wall as soon as you come inside our house.
Does it work?
Nope. It's the firing pins off, and the little thing that you cock back like that, it's everything, you know, it's got the pieces there to it to hold up the stock and stuff like that, but something's wrong with the springs and pins to where it just doesn't put together.
Okay. So, Wednesday, the only place you went to was across the street?
Yeah. I went there for a little bit, maybe, you know, it wasn't that long, just for him, because they started, him and his wife started arguing and whatnot. So once they started arguing, I started getting in trouble because they like to yell at me for whatnot.
You know what, Richard?
Yes, sir.
You're at a point, and you're at a point where do you know what happened?
No, that's why you said I was here voluntarily.
Okay, when you were coming out of the garage,
yeah,
you're telling somebody on the phone.
Oh, that was Adrian. I said, look.
You're telling somebody on the phone.
Yeah, that was because my mom had asked where I was at last night. I told her Adrian's house. Last night I was supposed to bring home a snap-on drill from Adrian. Winded up raining, drizzling a little bit last night. Remember? I don't know if you remember, but I winded up sleeping there because we were drinking and stuff. All right, and then when this girl, she came over and
Adrian?
Yeah.
What's his phone number? And what's his last name, Adrian?
I don't know. He's the one that works at 7-Eleven. And you can even look at the phone. That was the last person that was incoming calls, outgoing. No, I was there all night last night until this morning. Because like I said, I ended up leaving the house last night after 10 to go get the snap-on thing.
Does this guy have your phone number?
Not there, no.
What does he call you when he calls you?
He used to call a lot on the house phone. That too. He used to call a lot on that.
He doesn't have your phone number?
No.
Do you have his?
No. You can go through it. That's why I was asking my mom to get down that phone number. Call my mom and ask her.
What, the number right now?
Huh? No.
Right now?
Whenever. Don't matter. You know, because...
No. When you're asking your mom to get that number?
Oh, whenever she was asking me what was going on, whoever, who's this guy? I said, because I was like, that dude that right there, remember how I told you he bugged me a lot? He used to call. And she was like, well, who's this number? Because every time they call, they'll hang up on me. And, all that was before, to the spot where we're at right now. And I was telling her to go through the caller ID to get down that number because...
If I have his phone, and When was the last time he was calling you? What day was he calling you a lot?
I want to say about Monday. Started off on Monday. Monday.
Did he call you Wednesday?
Monday. Yeah, I told you.
Did he call you Wednesday night?
No, not on Wednesday night. He might have called, but I didn't talk to him.
Did he call you a lot?
No, not on Wednesday night. He didn't. Cause he called one time, and when I picked up the phone, he asked me if I wanted to go chill with him at the hotel.
What time was this?
It was about 12 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah, it was already late. About 12 or 1.
Yeah. Before that, was he calling you?
No.
If you're in a position right now,
Uh-huh.
Richard, where, and I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Where you're going to be a crucial witness,
Mm-hmm.
or you're going to be a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know what I'm talking about.
Honestly, you can.
Yeah, and let me tell you like this. You can play dumb if you want,
Yeah.
but that's not going to get you anywhere.
Oh, I know that. I'm being upfront and honest with you due to the fact of,
You're going to be, I'm going to tell you one more time, you're going to be a witness, and you make the choice.
Yeah.
You make the choice.
Yeah.
You're going to be a witness, or you're going to be a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I need more from you than what you're giving me.
That's all I know. I'm being straight up with you.
You left their house.
Yeah.
We're bringing your parents over here as well.
Oh, you can bring them too.
Yeah, they will. And because I'm gonna tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna make the choice here.
Yeah.
We already have one person arrested, and you know why. Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes, you do know why.
I mean, apparently it's got something to do with him,
That's right.
So
either you're gonna be a witness,
yes,
or
sir.
you're gonna be a suspect.
I'm gonna
let you make that choice, but you're gonna have to come with it because
I
you're leaving out a whole bunch of stuff, Richard.
No, I am no witness, and I am no suspect for
and
nothing.
that's gonna hurt you.
Nope, I'm no witness, no suspect for nothing. Then on my first unborn child and my baby sister.
Hey, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
You don't own a shotgun.
Nope.
So if I were to tell you that we have one, your fingerprints will be nowhere on that shotgun.
I have no shotgun. Call my mom and ask her. I am not allowed to have anything like that.
I know. You're also not allowed to do drugs.
Yeah.
And you're also not allowed to drink. And you're also not allowed to do, but you still do those things, all right?
Well, no, I do them at my house. I do drink beer, but the only time I can drink beer is when I bring home some bread or milk from the store. I can't just bring home beer.
No, but you do a lot of things that you're not allowed to do. So at the house, your mom just told me. I was just there. She doesn't want you to bring your friends, and you bring them.
No, that's fine. Well, don't bring friends to the house. Everybody that comes over to that garage is nothing but everybody's friend. My dad, all those people.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Has anybody, do you know, owns a shotgun?
No.
If I tell you that
I want to. You gotta. I mean, I want to know.
What?
That's what I'm trying to. You bringing up shotguns, and it's like I want to know what am I or anything. I want to know.
Well, you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out the hard way.
I don't see how.
Because I'm gonna show you how.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you the opportunity. I didn't read you your rights because you're not on the list. You're free to leave.
Well, I want to know though. That's,
I'm gonna show you. And the reason we brought you like this voluntarily is because we believe that you're a witness. But if you're gonna play off and not want to cooperate, then you're gonna make me believe that you got more to do.
That's what puts me in that hard spot that you were talking about. I have no witness.
I'm gonna take, before you leave, I'm gonna take your fingerprints, and we're gonna compare them to the ones on a shotgun. Have you ever touched a shotgun before? Did you touch one Wednesday?
I've touched my dad's
Wednesday.
No, not on Wednesday. I promise you.
Okay,
right here.
And I'm also gonna take some DNA from you because if there's anything on that shotgun that belongs to you, Richard, guess what?
Go ahead. What? Well, go ahead. I know what you're trying to get to.
Well, guess what?
What?
What's gonna happen if I find your prints or your DNA on there? Guess
False
what?
accusation. Somebody's gonna get blamed for something that didn't happen.
Guess what, Richard? Guess what?
What?
You have touched a shotgun. You touched one Wednesday. If your prints are on it, right?
If my prints are, I didn't touch nothing on Wednesday. I have, nothing. I haven't touched nothing on Wednesday.
What about the day before?
No. Besides,
Richard, why are you trying? Why are you?
And nobody's trying to lie. Nobody. I have touched shotguns. My friends got guns. Everybody's got guns.
Okay, I don't care about 2, 3 years, 4 years ago. I'm talking about. I'm
if
talking
you
about
tell
a
me,
specific date.
if you tell me like on, let's say, if you tell me like on, okay, just say last week's, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I touched, somebody had another shotgun inside the room too. I touched the shotgun.
What room?
It was inside, at his house when I walked and first met him. Yeah, I touched the shotgun. I mean, they got it right there. It's just like ours. You walk into our house, they had one too. It was the same thing. It was like a cannon breech. That's it.
Okay. Where'd you get it from?
I didn't get it.
Are you sure?
I'm 128% positive I didn't get it.
Who got it?
It was his. That's what I'm saying. It was, if I touch, the only reason why I touched it is because whenever he turned out of the room and walked away, I took it off, I took it where it was weight and I put it back. That was it. I was trying to be sneaky about it.
Do you want to honestly be a witness in this?
How do you mean like a witness?
To what happened, that you know what happened?
I don't know what happened. Put me on a lie detector test.
We're not going to need it. With everything we have, we're not going to need
it. You're going to have to need it because you're going to have to put me on a lie detector test. First unborn child.
If your fingerprints
my firstborn child.
are on a particular item that I'm telling you about.
Yeah.
And we get your DNA from there too. Guess what, Richard? Guess what?
Look, it's like this. Hold this. All right. Just because you touched it, though, and then I go off, and I get in trouble downtown, and I wind up getting into the fight I got into, and everything's taken. That's how it was.
No, it doesn't work that way, brother.
I know. And
let me tell you something else.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're obviously not going to believe me until I show you. And when you decide that you want to cooperate, it's going to be too late for you. But that's your business. You're only 22. That's your life. That's how you want to go about it. You think we...
Well, that's what I'm saying. What do you need? What do you want? I'm answering every question you got for me.
You're not honest. But that's your business. This is Kerry's County.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
This is a statement given by your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you can read?
Before I'm trying to read the whole paragraph. Hold on. Can I read that whole thing?
No,
I
want
wanna
you to read
know-
the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing pertains to you.
Yeah. I ain't never even been to Sonic with that guy. I got tons of friends at Sonic. You can ask every one of them.
Well, he might be mistaken where y'all were specifically. He mentioned Kentucky Fried Chicken too.
Never been there either. I applied for an application years ago, but that's it.
Well, what's the deal with the academy?
Hold on. Also with us when we went. Go ask Academy for the surveillance cameras.
That doesn't matter.
I have. It has to matter. I mean, I got my receipts and everything. They
What?
saw me coming. You know, I got the backpack. You can talk to the cashier. I got her number that day. Talk to the cashier. My words. Talk to the cashier.
Were you talking to a person that was there too?
And he wasn't there with me. He was there with me. I went for my backpack. I got my backpack. I got my receipt. Ask my dad. My dad was happy I got my backpack. Because after all,
What'd you buy?
a backpack.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
What color?
A red and black one. I got it at the house. I got a receipt and all the papers.
Mhm.
I show it to you,
What
know,
else did
whenever
you
you
buy?
want to see it. That was it. A backpack.
There was something else you bought though.
No, there wasn't. I promise. If you look at videos or talk to a cashier there,
That's why I'm asking you.
if you don't believe me, talk to the people that work there. I mean, they got surveillance. Talk to them. Let them show you. Let them show you.
You didn't buy any bullets or anything?
No, sir, I didn't.
You
Let
bought a
them show you.
backpack.
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you buy a bag?
Nope, I bought 2 backpacks.
Right.
All right. One is a little handbag like this. I got it at the house wrapped up because my dad didn't want it, and I still got my other red and black backpack at the house. I'll show them both to you right there, both of them with my receipts. Go up to the same girl that I went up to, and she'll tell you I purchased those 2 things and those 2 things only. Look at the surveillance, and it'll show you that I purchased those 2 things only. That's exactly it and how it went down at the academy. You can look at the surveillance, ask the lady, look at my receipts, look at the dates
We already
and
have.
times.
You don't have to tell me that. I already know a whole bunch of stuff. I already told you before we even started that we know a whole bunch of stuff.
That's apparently it's more than what I know, and it's putting me in a spot. I went to academy. I got into a car with some people because I got a backpack, and something happened, and I feel like I'm getting something's pushed up on me. All I purchased was my backpacks. That was it.
Right.
I got my
right.
backpacks.
That's right, Richard. That's all you purchased.
Yes, sir.
That's all you purchased.
That
And then you got
is.
in the car with 4 other people who purchased
3
something.
other people.
Who was driving?
Joe was my sister's
Okay, well,
boyfriend.
3 other people. And where something else was purchased.
I told you. When I went to my backpack, you would ask, where are the other people gone to, right? And I said, they're already outside. I went out to the car and I met him and I got inside the car. That was it.
Who's in the car?
Joe, my sister's boyfriend, that's Joe. And then from it's one of his little Mexicans, some little kid that he picks up after school. He's a younger kid. And then the white guy that he showed.
Okay, what did the white guy that he's showing? What did he buy?
Whenever I got off, I didn't see nothing. I'd gotten off into the car after they pulled up. They were about to play pretend to leave without me.
What were you wearing that day?
I was wearing a short sleeve shirt and some pants.
What colors?
My pants is all this color.
Okay, what else?
That was it.
The shirt? What color was the shirt?
I don't remember. I really it could have either been a white shirt, this shirt, or a red shirt. That was it. Y'all can go look.
What's
at
your
my-
phone number? No?
Did you talk about a weapon and fingerprints and DNA and all that
Yes,
stuff
sir,
like
he
that?
did.
Did you talk about other items having fingerprints or
haven't yet.
DNA on them?
I haven't. Not those ones. But he's claiming he touched shotgun at his house.
At
Day
Justin's
before.
house?
Yeah, whenever I first met,
That's
when I
why
first,
friends are gonna be on.
whenever I told him he could.
When's
I
your
could
first
get
meeting?
It was like a while back.
You know what? That's a lie.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is a lie because his mother works for the Travis County Sheriff's Department,
Uh-huh.
and she keeps all guns in that house locked up. She searches that house every day for drugs and guns and other
See,
bullshit that she
look.
doesn't want in her house.
When I first met him at the bus stop, I asked him about his work. I knew he was a bad kid. I knew he had gotten in trouble. He told me he just barely came back from some not Del Valley, but it wasn't here. It was some other little small thing. He said he worked at a tattoo shop, and that was it. You can ask my mom. Talk to my mom. My mom didn't like him. He couldn't come around the house. He would stop by, and every time I'd argue with him, he'd start yelling or something like that. I'd just go on. I wasn't even trying to hear him. He would, every time I told him to leave, or if my mom and dad told him to leave, he wouldn't leave. He would just stay right there at the corner, acting like he was waiting for somebody. And that's God's honest truth. You can bring my parents in here too. My parents will show you the back. Everything.
Did he read this to you?
No, sir, he didn't.
Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
You know what this is all about, right? You know why we're all here.
Well, apparently it sounds like somebody killed somebody.
Okay. You didn't know somebody killed somebody right there by your house?
No, I did not. I didn't know that until today. Me and my mom were watching the news, and they said some girl had got shot. And I was trying to call my friend Pat because my mom was like, yeah, Pat and them were all here saying somebody had gotten shot. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I thought either two people got dead, or got killed. And I thought what they were talking about was the people that got ate up, or that girl that got ate up by the dogs.
Okay. Somebody was shot and killed by your house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I know that, everybody, we were all talking about it. Everybody was talking about it. I didn't even want my sisters to leave about the damn house or anything.
Okay. It was on Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
This is what he says. On Wednesday, I first saw her around 4 p.m. Before that, I'd been to school and hung out with Richard.
He doesn't even go to school.
When we were at a Sonic restaurant on Brody's not written in here, but I'm telling you that's what he said. Richard left to go buy a gun with money that I'd given him several days earlier to buy a small gun for the apartment that Jennifer and I were going to move into earlier together. I met back up with Richard at a ditch off of Coastal Drive, a little concrete thing where people skateboard and
Yeah,
stuff.
the little skateboarding thing, yeah.
That's where he showed me an old sawed-off shotgun that he bought, which is not what he says he wanted. Later, we went back to your house,
Uh-huh.
and we got your sister's boyfriend, that's Joe, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's my sister's boyfriend, yeah.
To give us a ride to the Academy store at Brody and 290. Also with us was, I guess, was it your cousin?
No, it's just Joe, and he's trying to say that Joe's my cousin. Joe's not, that's my sister's boyfriend, Joe.
At the Academy store, Richard bought bullets for a shotgun, a black duffel bag, and a backpack.
Yeah, everything's at the house. The little duffel bag, I thought it was going to be, like the one I got.
We went back to the ditch on Coastal Drive, and we got the shotgun. We then dropped it off somewhere else.
Talked to my parents. I was with my parents all day, damn near all day that day. Only thing I did was went upstairs. We got a 6-pack of beer and some cigarettes from my mom and dad. All right, from there, went back to, after whatever.
Do you know Jennifer Crecente?
No, I don't.
You don't know her?
I don't know.
You never been in her house?
No, sir, I haven't.
So your fingerprints or DNA are not going to be in her house.
I have not been. No, I don't know. They ain't gonna be in her house.
And like you said, when you showed touching that phone,
Yeah.
here, hold this, you know that stuff gets transferred just like that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
So it's
say.
not going to be in her house, right?
Hell no, it's not gonna be in her house. I don't even.
Okay.
Can I see a picture? I don't. No.
All right. Then he says you guys are all in the woods, and that's when something happened.
Who's you guys and what woods?
You, Justin, and Jennifer.
No, talk to my parents. You talk to my parents. I want y'all to talk to the parents and the people I was with that day.
What time?
Throughout the whole day. I'll let y'all know that whole entire day.
No. You were at the academy, not during part of the day.
Well, then I'll be with Joe and that younger kid.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that would be my other
What
two
did you
witnesses.
do with Justin then?
Nothing. He went with me to the academy. That was it.
Right, and then what?
That was it.
Then what did he go?
He took off.
Where?
He just took off walking. He said he was going to his girlfriend's house. Ask my dad.
With what?
He didn't walk off with nothing. He didn't walk off with nothing. I had a green one. You know those army military boxes?
Mm-hmm.
You know those metal ones? I had one of those. He wanted to walk off with it. I didn't let him. He was eager trying to get inside the house. My mom don't want nobody inside the house. My mom doesn't even want him in the front yard. If he stops by the house, because he used to stop by, he used to come by my house and bug me. Every time he stopped by, he had to stand on the front porch.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
If what he says happened, if what he says here
Mm-hmm.
happened or didn't happen, I think you know one way or another. Whatever did happen out
Mm-hmm.
there, I think you have an idea about it and why it happened. And I think that this guy told you.
I don't know what he apparently. Like I told him, apparently somebody is dead, right? And it went okay. This girl Jennifer that y'all are talking about, like everything on the news and everything.
This girl Jennifer could be your sister.
Yeah, I know it.
And some fuck like you could be sitting over here in an interview room, keeping his mouth shut while nobody's talking about your sister and what happened to her.
I
When he
know.
knows something.
But that's the thing. I don't know nothing.
You do know something.
Man, my sisters, every time they leave for 7-Eleven, I wait for my sister. I wait with my sister. I walk my sister to 7-Eleven.
I'm not talking about, you know what you're doing? You're wasting my time by telling me that stuff. I don't care about that. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your sister laying dead in some field somewhere, and some guy named Richard is sitting in an interview room with a detective. He knows something, no matter how small it is, and he won't tell the detective because why? He wants to save the skin on his own teeth.
Sir, the thing is, I don't know. All of us.
You bought the man ammunition at the very least. You can admit that. You can admit that. You bought the man ammunition at the very least. We know. We went to the Academy store. We do have the video.
Show me the video.
I can't show it to you because it doesn't play on our equipment right now. We watched it at the store.
I didn't buy nothing. I have my backpacks. I want to see that video.
You will.
I want to see the video.
You will.
My backpacks.
You
got
will.
my receipts.
And if it wasn't you personally that bought the actual ammunition, you went there with the people that did. Okay? And listen to me. And if you want to be a part of this crime, you can be a part of it. If you want to distance yourself from it and tell me what happened, then tell me what happened. But I'm going to go scooping up everybody that was in that car.
Ooh, that'll be even better for me.
No, it won't be better for you because all of you will be in jail looking at each other going, oh, this is all family. Because we have a dead girl. And what you're telling me is everybody contributed to it.
I don't see where, just because I went to Academy and got,
That's right. That's right. You
I
transported this guy over there who doesn't have any identification to make the purchase. Made the purchase for the man, and now
he's got an ID.
No, he doesn't.
He's got his little jailhouse ID.
They don't use that. You have to have a Texas driver's license or identification
I don't
card.
even got one myself.
Well, it doesn't matter. You helped facilitate this girl's death.
How did I help facilitate a death?
By getting your sister's boyfriend to take y'all over there.
I went over there for a backpack. I got my backpacks.
That's fine. And you can say that all the way through jail time while you're in jail. You can be walking around the jail going, I went over there to get a backpack. I got my backpack. But you won't be using your backpack, will you?
You trying to say something I didn't do. I went and got my backpacks. That's all I'm saying. That guy told me, he told me I could be here voluntarily.
You are here voluntarily, but I want you to tell the truth.
I was talking to him, he was talking right. You just keep yelling, and it's, I like I said, I went and got what I got, my backpacks. I got the receipts at home. You just sitting here yelling at me, trying to say I did something else. I didn't do nothing else. If I want to, I'll walk out this room, but I'm trying to figure out something.
Right. I'm gonna make a promise to you, okay? I'm gonna make a promise to you.
I want to, yes, please.
There are other pieces of evidence involved in this thing besides a shotgun.
Okay.
If I find your DNA on any of it, you will be arrested and charged with the same offense, and that's murder in the first degree.
If that's, if you're saying that's a promise, I want to know. I want to know step by step what this guy is saying.
I just told you step by step what it said.
Everything that's on that paper.
I just told you step by. Not everything on this paper belongs to you.
So how do?
And I can't sit here and feed you and tell you the
No, I know,
exact
I know
information that
I
he
know.
said about what happened.
That's fine.
Because then,
I
if you
will-
end up repeating it to me, what are they gonna say? Oh,
I
I
know,
made you
that's-
say it.
That's that's.
I ain't
perfectly-
stupid.
that's
I don't
perfectly
play in that
fine. Nobody's playing stupid here. You being the smart one trying to save my ass from something that happened, and I'm over here being a brilliant ass guy trying to go get my backpacks. And
I don't let you in on a little secret, okay? The reason I'm yelling and the reason I'm upset is because I think you're being stupid about this whole thing.
What's that?
Stop, I'm talking. This man's story doesn't quite make sense, okay? That's why I'm telling you, if you got something to say it. His story don't quite make sense. His story says you did it.
the reason why I'm agreeing with you and being honest is because I was brought up that way. My dad has been trying to get me to go to the SOD and all this other stuff, and
Richard
go.
and I were jumping from rocks and stuff, and he was pointing the shotgun.
Nope, nothing. I wasn't even.
The
around
shotgun
nothing.
fired, Jennifer fell.
You go back over there, get off, say whatever he wants to say. I'll be with my parents. Well, I was with everybody in that garage that man saw. I was with all of them that day. Round up everybody if you want to. I'll round up the store clerks. I'll round up academy clerks. I'll round up everybody.
That's fine.
You know, I every store has got surveillance and everything in it.
And we have that surveillance.
That's perfect.
We just need to get it where we can watch it on our equipment.
I'll bring you a VCR.
No, it doesn't
You-
work like that. You have to have specific equipment to do it.
What is it? Because my dad works in the SOD, County Drug Enforcement. It's over there at Camp Mabry. I can get him to bring anything he wants.
Mhm.
What do you?
I don't know specifically what it is.
Well, I'll
We got
find out.
somebody
I'll
working on
contact him right now.
Contact Academy.
Well, then I can contact. All right. Look, this is it. I want you to watch everything.
Look, the bottom line is the girl is dead, and we're asking you to help us out with this, okay?
And I'm being to y'all as helpful as I can.
The time available for this call is 6 hours, 40 minutes.
Hey, your fingerprints or DNA is not going to be on this ammunition at all, huh?
No, I did
That's all I
not.
need to know. That's all I need to know.
Hey, Alana,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
that's getting on Lakeway right now.
Hey, hold up, cause I'm with the cops, and they done say that day I went to academy that I had I had winded up that I didn't just buy my backpacks.
Okay, what?
Remember the backpacks I bought at academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to say that I bought my backpacks at academy. That's all I went in there and I bought backpacks at academy. I told him. Hey, I talked to your manager too. Tell him if you can give me some video or something.
Okay, but why is that though? What happened?
They trying to say I killed somebody.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Okay,
But talk to get your manager,
alright.
get a manager's number or something. I want the manager's number, or store number. I'm gonna call you back as soon as everything's done.
Okay.
All right.
Alright.
Bye.
I have one last question.
Yes,
before I
sir,
start
go ahead.
opening this. We have a box about yay big,
Yeah.
full of ammo.
Yeah.
Will your prints be anywhere on that?
I haven't touched no ammunition.
I didn't ask you that.
No, they will not be on
Okay,
there. I
that's
haven't
all-
touched no
that's it.
ammunition.
That's it? I can type this, put it on paper here and
Please do something. That guy was in here. I called Alana, the girl that works at the register. She's gonna give me.
I don't need to speak to her at all.
No, I know, but she's
I
gonna
know
talk
what
to
you
manager
want
to get surveillance or?
You don't have to do that. That's been taken care of. I know what you're doing. That doesn't help you with what happened afterwards. Because the surveillance camera wasn't there, and this girl you just talked to wasn't there.
Yes, she was one of the.
Not afterwards.
Oh. Yeah, my family was there. I went to the house.
Yeah, I know you did.
I was at the house.
Well, let's see. You know, I mean, I done. I answered your questions, and I
Yeah,
told you
I know.
exactly what's up.
I know. That's why I was talking to you, right? But that guy just being me.
No, he's not.
No, I know. He's trying to get it.
It's
out,
being
though.
factual.
Yeah.
You're in a position where you can actually help yourself.
Yeah. I get what you're saying,
No,
but I just don't know.
listen, what's gonna hurt you? Is the small things.
Yeah.
Is the forensic stuff.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna
Oh
kill
yeah,
you.
I know that.
How are you gonna explain that off?
You
How are you
I
gonna
mean,
explain that off?
explain for what though? For what? If I am with my family and everything all day,
Okay, but
you know what?
if the
how would I-
forensics
what
say
would I have to
otherwise,
explain off though?
if the forensic in that box, if
Uh-huh.
we find anything that belongs to you, DNA, fingerprint,
Yeah. What
how
would
are
I
you
have?
gonna explain that? You just told
That's-
me you've never touched one.
What are you talking about?
I
I mean,
it was plain English.
Oh my God! This is like, can we type up this paper? I want to say what I gotta say. You know, I want you to talk whenever we come home or whenever we get back to. I want you to sit down and you talk to my parents exactly
I already
everything.
spoke to your mom. I'm calling on the phone right now.
Well, whenever we get there too, you know, I want you to sit down and exactly explain step by step by step. You know,
About
explain
what?
everything to them of how in one day I'm supposed to be doing two different things when I'm chilling with my family. I'm over here. We're working on Joe's car that day. You know, sure, we went to Academy. I grabbed my backpacks. I got my receipts for
On
him.
the way home, you'll point out Joe's house to me.
Yeah, you will. I'll take you there right now.
And then we'll bring him up here. And then we'll find out who the other Hispanic kid is. That's all we're gonna do on the way home. Then when you get home, you can talk to your parents. But your parents weren't there when so they don't. It's up to you whether or not you want to tell them.
No, I would like for y'all to tell them.
Tell them what?
Whatever, you know, everything that was said in this room. Everything.
You're an adult. You can tell them.
Well, yeah, I
You're
want y'all
not-
to be there with me when I tell them.
You're not 13 years old no more. They're gonna get mad at you. They're gonna want to kick you out.
Let them get, no, they're gonna know. They're gonna be under, you know, reasonable and understandable. Of course they'll be mad. Of course, you know. Before I left, my mom specifically said, whatever, you know, whatever they tell you, whatever happened, just make sure, you know, you're talking to them right. Tell them, you know, if anything, if they need to know something. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to get this thing done with and over with. I just want to get back to my house.
Well, we're fixing to do that. It's write the statement. So, I'm just giving you an opportunity.
I know you're giving me an
Because
opportunity.
And I already told you, what's gonna screw you.
There's the little things, like you said. I've been hearing everything y'all say. Trust me. There's a difference between listening and understanding. I've been listening and understanding things.
What did he tell you about? What else was out there?
No, he didn't say nothing.
He didn't?
No,
About where your prints might be on,
he didn't say nothing.
or your DNA?
He didn't say nothing.
Okay. Well, he's the lead investigator, and if you don't want to say, then I'll let him. But,
All right.
but there's other items, and I just find it very difficult. And it'll be very difficult for you to explain it afterwards. All right? What's your name?
It's Ricardo Roman.
You don't have a wallet?
No, sir, I don't. I should have had an ID, but yeah, I do got a wallet. It's empty at the house. I don't care. I
Oh,
ain't
but you
got
don't
no
carry a
money.
wallet with you?
I don't got no money or nothing to carry a wallet
How old
for.
are you?
I'm 22 years old.
What's your date of birth? And right now you're not working?
No, sir, I got an interview at Sam's Club Monday, 11 o'clock.
Hey, when was the last time he called you?
It had to have been Wednesday was the last day.
What time?
After we split off from Academy. My dad had just been asking me about the same thing because he was supposed to buy a car for my dad.
So, he didn't call you that night?
No, he called. Yeah, he did. Remember, I told you he called to see if I wanted to go with him to a hotel. Fuck no.
What time was that?
I told you it was later on in the evening. It had to been about anywhere between 10 o'clock and or no, give or take about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and 10. 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
Well, let's go backwards from there. So he invited you to a motel?
Yeah, he wanted me to go. He said he was having a party. I don't chill with his type of people. You know,
So, that was around 10 o'clock, let's say the latest.
Okay, yeah.
What were you doing before that?
Chilling at the house, laying it down, talking to my girlfriend Desiree on the phone.
Desiree?
Yeah.
What's her phone number?
It's for, why would I have to give her phone number out? You know, I don't want to put her into a bad situation. I'm over here trying to look nice for her. And then,
You're not gonna put her in...
no, I know that, but I'm saying I'm trying to, she's telling me to do things right for her.
I'm not
and
even gonna talk to her.
Well, I'll give you the phone number. I mean, it's just, I'm trying to do good for this chick, and man, it's 7.
What's your last name?
Desiree.
Just because that's gonna be part of your statement.
That's fine.
So I'll include it. Hey, so you're at the house talking to her
Yes, I was at the house talking to her, chilling.
before this guy called?
Yeah,
And then before that?
I stayed at the house. I was at the house.
I know, but were you talking to her on the phone?
Yeah.
For a long time, or?
Yeah, I always talked to her for a long time.
And what were you doing before that?
Sitting in my brother's room crying over her,
And then before that?
thinking about her, sitting there at the house.
And this is around, they have to be before 10 o'clock. All this.
No matter what I'm doing, if you ask me what I'm doing, I could be right now. What you doing? I'm thinking about Desiree.
But I'm talking about that night, before 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Look, check it out.
Because this guy called around 10, 12, something like that, you said.
Okay, check it out. I was at the house all day until the time that we just left for Academy. All right? That was it. From y'all's Academy time thing on the thing.
Why would this guy say that about you?
I have no fucking idea. I met this guy. He would swing by the house, walk by every now and then. I'd see him walking with him and some chick, like, dang, my dad be like, look, go talk to her, you know, because I sit there and I sit on my front porch and I just sit there and look at everybody. Because I don't go out and I don't go talk to nobody. I don't know why he's trying to say anything about me. I don't know what he's
You
doing
ever-
to me.
Fired a weapon here lately?
No, sir, I haven't.
Shoot at anybody?
No, sir, I haven't. My dad has taught me better than that.
A whole bunch of people know better not to do something.
Yeah, apparently they're stupider than that, though.
There's a lot of people that know better, that lived all their lives, and something happens and they act stupid.
Well, whoever's acting stupid needs to quit acting stupid. Somebody needs to take their head out their ass honestly and write down what needs to be written down and said.
Which is what?
What I'm about to tell you. I was at my house all day from the time we left Academy. I purchased my backpack, came back to the house. From there, I was still at the house, asked my parents.
You never come out?
I don't know. I'm like a hermit whenever after me and
No, I'm
Desiree
saying you
broke up.
never came out.
No, I stayed out. I went from there. Okay, if besides drinking a beer with old boy Gabriel, you know, I went over there, sat back. We sat in his garage till, and I asked him if he wanted to play pool. He said no. Him and his wife, and they started arguing. The moment they started arguing, I walked back to my dad's house.
Okay.
You
And
know,
that's
and
the
then
guy
Justin,
across the street?
yeah, and then Justin was like, all right, later, because I don't talk to him. My mom doesn't like the guy. I don't even like the guy. He is.
What? Hey, but you hang out with him.
I don't hang out with him. I don't hang out with him.
You know him. He
I
knows
know
your
I
number.
know you, right?
You
I
got
know
my number?
If you give me once you give me your card, I'll have your number, right?
No.
You won't. I won't
No.
have your number.
You
Okay.
won't have my cell phone or my home number. He's got your cell phone.
No, he
and
don't.
He's got your home number.
No, he don't. He might have the house number, but he don't got my cell phone number.
But he's got it.
I don't see how. He doesn't got my cell phone
He's
number.
got your home number, don't he? So he knows him. So you hang out with him.
I don't hang out with
He
him.
comes to your house. He sticks his head into your house.
I don't hang out with him.
Do you do that in my house? Of course not. I don't know you. You don't know me either.
I know.
So quit talking this.
I don't know him.
I know, but
Yes,
quit
I
talking
don't
that.
hang- What?
You don't know me. You don't try to compare.
Oh,
here, 'cause
no,
you don't
I'm
know
not.
me.
I'm
Even if
not.
I give you my car, you still don't know me.
No, I know. I'm not disrespecting you in any way like that. But I'm saying I wouldn't do it to you because I wouldn't know. I don't know you. You know, I wouldn't just walk up inside your house or anything.
Stop trying to turn shit around, man. I'm
Okay.
telling you, you hang out with him. You talk shit about him, yet you hang out with him. Now, do you know why you're here?
No, please tell me.
Do you know that he is under arrest?
Now I do, yeah.
For what?
I don't know yet. Please tell me. I would like, you know, I haven't left out here voluntarily. You know, you told me I was here voluntarily. I don't want to walk away from nothing because I haven't done nothing to walk away from. So I'm sitting here and I would like for you know, just, you know, let's work through this right here.
Do you know his girlfriend?
No,
Any girls that he hang out with?
no, I just seen him. I seen him walk with two girls.
Have you seen the news here lately?
No, I did. Yeah, the dog getting mauled or the lady getting eaten by. You know, I heard 2 killings. Somebody got shot, and the other one is the dogs getting or the lady getting eaten by the dogs. That's it.
Okay. What about the first one the shot? Where did that happen?
I don't know. I was inside the bathroom cleaning up. When I walked out, my mom was like, "Oh my God, that's down the street." You know, and I walked out and asked my mom. I was like, "What happened?" They're like, "Oh, they're talking about some people that got shot," and I was like, "Dang."
Okay,
You know
that's
what?
why you're here.
Huh?
That's why you're here.
How?
Dude, didn't you just read that statement?
Can we please print up what we have to print up, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna print it out, but I'm answering your question.
Okay, what's your question?
I answered your question. You said how? Didn't you just read that statement, or didn't he just read it to you?
You might have read it to me, but I didn't do none of that. I don't even know what's going on.
We done been through it, man.
I don't know what y'all been through. I was with my family, all right?
We've been through it. Talk to you about it.
Yeah, I know, from what y'all are saying, I know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know
What, like what? What is it you want to know?
if we can print this out.
I told you, yeah, we print it out. We haven't even tapped it, but I told you, I already told you what it's for, why you're here,
Okay.
right? You understand now why you're here, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
It's
Yeah.
behind a person being shot
Yeah. Okay.
and killed, right?
Mhm.
You understand that now,
I understand it, yes.
okay? And you just so happen to be with one of the persons that's arrested on that day,
Mhm.
right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what else don't you understand?
Then what does it have to do with me?
Well, for one, is that some of those items
Uh-huh.
that we're gonna process may or may not have your stuff on it.
Okay. I just,
And two, some of the items are said to have been yours.
well, let's get,
Well, you asked me a question
no,
and
I
I'm
know that.
answering
I'm
you.
just, I just keep hearing more and more stuff that you are saying getting put on top of it. And it's just
Because
getting me
you're asking me a
frustrated.
question.
All right, well, I'm not going to ask no more questions.
And this is Copano over there, right?
Who?
Copano, where it happened?
Where I live at?
No, where it happened.
I don't know I don't know where it happened. I wasn't watching the news.
You told me you watched it. And your mom said it's right
No.
down the street.
Yes, he said right down the street. I
Man.
just walked up out the bathroom. I told you I walked up out the bathroom. I asked her what happened. He said somebody got shot right up at the street. I said,
Damn it, I forgot my damn crib. What's your mom's name? Jennings?
no, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. What's your last name? Huh?
Mom's? Yeah, I think she's got it in the market.
What's your home phone number?
Mine?
On your cell phone number? Cell
Mine.
phone?
It's,
'That's your cell phone?
yes, you got yourself. Because I just recently got this.
Or who's that on there?
Oh, it's off the magazine.
You just got it?
Yeah.
Can I look through it?
Go ahead.
Because I think I can pull out that number. Six nine. You were close. 2069.
You can do it. You know.
What you need to do is find your job.
I got my second interview for Sam's Club. I went to my first one on Friday. No, Thursday. I went to my first one Thursday at 11 o'clock. And I talked to Sabrina. To my interview. She told me to come back. Oh, after that interview, she said, that's good. She goes, come back and we'll set up your second interview for you Monday at 11 o'clock. I said, okay. So hopefully if this goes right, I'll come back for my third interview. And usually after the second one, they let you in.
Who do you have that service with? Verizon?
Yeah. Usually after the second one, more likely you'll be able to come in. Or more than that, because if they're not interested in you the first time, they call you for a second.
That's what you need.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess helping out my mom so she knows she got to do.
Okay. Your trial started on February the 15th, 2005. I was at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me put here Wednesday. I was at home, and then
I was at home helping out my pet. We were looking at the cars, checking out cars. I stayed at home, and then a white guy came. That white guy, Justin, he come over here. He came over to the house. And from there, we went to Academy. I purchased my backpacks.
okay, wait. I was at home when the person I know as Justin came over to the house.
No, I knew him as either Jay or Josh. Jay or Josh. Remember, I told you when I first walked in here.
Okay, the person I know as Josh came over to the house. And you were at home with who?
With my whole family.
Which included Joe.
Which included my mom, Leo. Which included Leo. Damien, Cheyenne. Priscilla, Gloria.
They didn't
and
go to
Joe.
school?
Huh?
They didn't go to school?
Priscilla only goes half days. Damien and Cheyenne, they're my baby sisters. And
Okay, but the only people I'm interested in are the four that went to the store. So you were at home with Joe. It was you, Joe, that went to the store.
You asked me who was at the house.
I know, but the only people I'm interested in are those four. So I don't want you to go listing all your little brothers' names because I don't want to put them on here.
Okay, well then.
Because your little brothers, unless you want me to put them in here, they got no business on here.
Well, don't put them on there. Just what if?
So you were at home with your family, and I'll just include your family. To me would be everybody in your family. Joe was there. Was he there, or did he show up later?
No, he was there. We were working on this.
His friend was there.
Yeah.
And then the white guy showed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you guys went, and then what happened?
Went to academy. I grabbed my backpack.
Whose idea was it?
What, for academy? Oh, that was mine.
You wanted to go to the academy?
Yeah, I went to academy to get my backpacks. You can ask Joe. I ask everybody. Everybody knew I wanted my backpacks.
Okay, then?
And we went back to the house.
And Joe drove, right?
What, the car?
To the academy and back?
Yeah, that's our only ride.
So, to this point, you don't know what else them other guys bought?
No, I was in there. We all walked in, and I went about my separate way.
You don't know what else they bought
No, sir, I
at
don't.
all? You didn't see anything they bought in the car, that you didn't know what they bought, they didn't tell you what they bought.
No.
So, okay, so then you all went back to your house.
We went back to my house, and I
Uh-huh.
stayed there. We all stayed there, the white guy there.
Except for Josh. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then?
And that's it. I called it my night.
And after that, did you talk to Josh?
No, I haven't even heard from him since.
No. After you went home and called it a night?
No, he did. Besides that night, like I told you, when he called and asked me if I wanted to go chill with him in a hotel or go to a party at a hotel, and I told him no.
You didn't hear from him after that?
No, sir, I haven't. He hasn't. After that day, he's never called the house. He was supposed to buy the car for my dad. Never talked to my dad about the car. Never came back. My dad had even purchased the car already and got the car. And he never came back from it.
Now tell me how you know Josh.
Man, when I was waiting for the bus, I see him smoking a cigarette and I asked him for a cigarette.
That's a bus stop right there in Copano?
Yeah.
He asked you or you asked him for a
I
cigarette?
asked him for a cigarette.
And ever since you kind of just...
He just, I seen him, we bum cigarettes. I see him if I was walking to the bus stop, he'd ask me for a cigarette. I asked him for a cigarette. Whoever had some that day had a cigarette. I just woke up, went to the bus stop, and I was waiting. I asked him for a cigarette, and then jumped in my sister's car. My sister went and come pick me up.
So you all became friends. How long has this been?
He ain't my friend. I barely known him for about. The longest time I have honestly ever chilled with that guy, maybe just for the first time after I got my sister tires done. First day I met him, I was walking up to 7-Eleven, and because the way his where his house is, I was walking up like that, and he started walking up, and he called, and he was asking about it. He's like, hey, you still want to go by the shop get tattoos or something? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Due to the fact he's a young guy and they don't let young guys do tattoos. Or he's an apprentice or not.
So he kind of just started trying to hang around you.
Yeah. I mean, you ask my mom and dad, the only time you just hear, him nagging at me or something like that. He's a new face. Even in the neighborhood, he was a new face.
So, and you said, I asked him for a cigarette, and ever since he just started trying to hang around.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
Well, maybe about like 2 weeks ago. It's I don't know. About 2 weeks ago, because the only reason why I went up to him and asked him for a cigarette is because his mom, she's got a heavy girl, and she's got a Harley. Me and my dad, sometimes we look over and we hear him start up because the person right behind us got a Harley, and then the people are like, this got Harley and like this got Harley, and usually they all take him out.
His mom's got a Harley?
Yeah.
She's heavy set, you said?
Yeah. I mean, apparently she works at the Travis County Correctional Facility. That's what got me. But she's a heavy set woman.
So you had just met the guy?
Yeah.
You were hanging around. He was coming to your house?
Yes.
You weren't going to his house?
No.
You weren't inviting him places and stuff like that?
No.
Calling him?
Hell no.
You don't know his phone number?
No.
So, but he was coming to your house, you weren't going to his house?
Yeah.
How many times has he been at your house?
He's good. He stopped there. I know he stopped there about once, twice, about a good total of 3 times, you know. Just, yeah, because...
In the 2 weeks that you known him?
Yeah. Stopped there about a total of 3 times, 3 times. You know, and then for after that, I never seen him for a minute. And then he, you know, he popped back up. And I seen him about once, twice after that. That was it.
How many times have you been to his house?
None. I've been there 1 time. You know, I stepped by his door. That was it.
That's when you were going to the store?
Yeah. That was the day.
You went to his house?
Yeah. I'll show you where his house is. Y'all say y'all know where his house is, right there by the bus stop.
Yeah.
No, I went to his house 1 time. That was it.
What did y'all do?
Nothing. He just had to run in there, get bus money, and come back.
Did you meet his mom and stuff like that?
No.
Was he doing drugs?
Who?
Him?
Yeah. He said, cause he asked me if I knew anybody get 20 pounds of heroin or something. Oh. No, my dad's in so decent. My dad would kick my ass by himself if he heard me.
Did he try to invite you to do some of this shit?
No, he tried to get me to go to a hotel. If you keep bugging me and nagging me, I'll think something. You know, it's like, fuck, just stay. You know what I mean? Right, come on, man, just come 1 time. Come to my house. Hell no.
You ever go to his house?
Just that 1 time. Did you know when he
You
went
in
over
the
there?
house?
No, not actually up inside the house. No.
Okay, so he didn't try to hook you up with some shit in there,
No.
try to get high with you or something
No.
like that?
Never got. No. The only time just for the when the time we was gonna go to the store, he went inside to go get bus money, and I was other than that, hell no.
You catch a bus at the bus stop in front of his house?
Yeah.
I have walked by. Okay, here's what I'm typing. I'm gonna be reading this and typing. He would come over to the house, but my mother did not like him, so he was not welcomed. Is that true?
Yeah.
I have never been to his house. I have walked by his house on the way to the store, or when I have waited for the bus at the bus stop located in front of his house. But
yeah, he never. I never.
Other than that,
he never. It's not. Because I asked him 1 time, because he always came to the house. I said, dude, I was like, let's go to your house. Let's go chill out. Try to drink or whatnot. Because he wanted to come to the house acting like he had a bunch of friends or something.
So I have never been to his house. I have never gone into his house.
I've never, went inside his house and sat down and played no video games or went inside his house. I just stayed by the door right there while he ran up, got the 50 cents or whatnot, and then came down. That was like the first day I met him.
But he always wanted you to invite you. Okay. All right, let's talk about a weapon. Have you ever owned a weapon?
Me, no. I've never owned a weapon.
Never.
No, sir, never.
Not including the one you sold or you
Yeah, it wasn't in, that was under it was like a great grandpa's name. I think it was mine. We're like, it was a head, huh?
What was
A
it?
303 British.
303 British, which is what?
It's I think it's like a 223 caliber, I think, or a 225. It's just, man, now I wish I wouldn't have sold it, but that was the last gun before my parents had that me and my dad had put together.
How long ago did you sell it?
Years ago, dude. Top cash pawn off of South First and Congress. I was like freshman year.
And ever since, you know any other guns?
No. Is it cool if I called my so-called chick just to check up with her?
Yeah, we're fixing to finish, man.
I just been thinking about her. There's a bunch of shit going on. She's on my mind.
Yeah, I'm finished. I'm gonna print this and I'm gonna bring it to you. In the meantime, you can get on the phone and talk to
How much more longer do you know?
maybe.
No, for whatever y'all are doing.
Oh yeah, this as soon as I type this out and I print it, I'll bring it to you so you can read it. But I'm pretty much reading it.
Yeah,
reading
you
it as I'm
don't
going.
even. You
And
ain't
then
gotta
you
worry
decide
about
and we're
bringing it
done.
to me. I'll sign it. That'll be fun.
So I have never owned a weapon. I used to have a 303 British, but I sold it years ago.
Yeah.
I have never owned another gun since.
No.
Okay. Did you know his girlfriend?
No.
Did they ever meet her?
Huh?
Did you ever meet her?
No. I seen her one time. That was it.
Wow.
Just by them walking by. It was one time at night. Whenever him and his girl were talking to my dad about buying the car.
Oh, okay.
That was it. Is this thing gonna show up like on my criminal record if I apply for a job,
No.
or when they
That
do
is his thing.
a background check and sand?
No. The only thing that shows up there are convictions.
Yeah, because man, I son of a bad.
No, nothing shows up there. It says, I do not know John's girlfriend, nor have I ever met her. I saw her one time before when he was walking by with her, but by my house with her. But that was the only time I have seen her.
Yes, sir.
And then I wrote, Detective Royce did show me a photo of the person that I know as Josh.
Yeah.
Detective Royce told me that his name is actually Justin. Okay. Right?
Yes, sir. Can I look at my text message? She texted me.
Yeah, I do not know anything. I'll put here. I do not know anything about a box of bullets, right?
Yeah.
A shotgun.
Man, you gotta have to call my girl and tell her.
I'm gonna put, and that's not what I'm gonna, I have not handled a shotgun.
Handle. I handle a shot. Okay. She's gonna have to call my girl and tell her I'm not with this girl.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. You probably
I believe you. I handled a shotgun right box of shell. Let me print this on, but I'm done.
So I can talk to her?
Yeah. I'm gonna go get it. She didn't answer?
Baby. Hey, Mama, pick up the phone back, man. I know you're not asleep yet. Okay? I'm not doing nothing stupid. I ain't doing nothing bad. I'm over here at a friend's house right now. He's talking to me about some work, see if he needs help, but I'm not out and about, okay? Well, just in case you do fall asleep, just want to say I love you, and I'll try to talk to you tomorrow, and if you wake up or something, just give me a call, Mama, alright? Love you. Bye. Mama, pick up the phone, sweetie. I love you. Talk to you when I get home. Call me whenever you get up, alright? Bye-bye.
I made a mistake on the when I was writing this, so just read this. I'm gonna print it again, and then the next one is the one you. I gotta put this number on here, and this is gonna be the good one.
What is this right here?
It's just your driver's license information.
Yeah, I need to start my payment plan back again with that thing.
Yeah, all this is. I could have just typed your driver's license, but I just copied it and pasted it.
Yeah. No, I started payment plan a while back when I lost the job and couldn't make my next payment. Yeah, I was doing good because I got the SR 22 and all that stuff.
Let me go get this.
Yes. Hey, come on. Shoot. I was gonna sleep in this shit. Crazy. What? What's that like?
That's the same setup with the offense number.
Alright.
Because I have forgotten to do it over here. I was gonna pencil it in, but I made a mistake.
It's the same one too.
This is the front page and this is the back, the same one. So this is gonna be the good one. The one I need you to sign. It's the same thing, you can read it over if you want. Read it word for word and make sure it's right. Cause that is gonna be your statement right there.
Right. Both of them right here.
No, right there. I signed the one on the bottom. You sign here. You get a hold of her?
Oh,
You get a hold of her?
no, she ain't answering. She ain't going back tonight.
Would you put your initials right there? One of two. It's just page and page. Page 1 of 2 and page 2 of 2.
Alright.
Just put your initials.
Are we ready? Or maybe?
Come here.
No,
This
wait,
over.
we just got by the store.
Huh?
May I smoke a cigarette before we get up?
Well, before we get in the car?
Yes.
But let me just take this back to the office.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Want to put the table back where it was at?
No.
With evidence indicating that Ricardo Richard Roman was central to acquiring the gun and ammunition that killed Jennifer, police haul him back in for questioning.
Is there a possible way we get some Tylenol? Or
I don't have any.
that's fine.
Did your mother have some?
No, sir, I've already had some.
Sorry.
That's all right. Before we get started, I know we'll be here for a while. Can I go pee?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where's it at?
I'll show you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an ID with you?
No, sir. I don't got one. I haven't been able to get one.
You've had one before, though, haven't you?
Yes, sir. My girlfriend took it.
Okay, what's your true given name?
Ricardo Roman.
You have a middle name?
No, sir.
How old are you? 18?
I'm 22.
Did you know Jennifer?
No, sir. I didn't.
When was the first time you met her?
The night they came over with my dad, or to my dad's to talk about the car.
What night was that?
I believe it was Wednesday night. I went to.
Do you know her name now?
Jennifer, yeah.
Jennifer what?
Don't remember it. Started with the C.
Okay. You knew Justin as what?
He went by J. Josh.
Jay?
J. or Josh.
How long have you known him?
About 2, 3 weeks. 4 weeks now.
4 weeks. Where'd you meet him?
Bus stop.
I'm going to refer to him as Justin from here on, okay? Yeah, you told me before it was the bus stop on Ensky, right?
Yes, sir. On Capone on Eskew.
SQ Drive Street.
Drive. Or Eskew.
SQ
drive.
Lane.
No, I think just drive. Eskew. Drive.
Okay, what, so you met him about 4 weeks ago at the bus stop. Since that time, what kind of time have y'all spent together?
Little none. We never really had. It wasn't a big friendship thing. He started, bum cigarettes, walk to the store. If he see me out at the bus, he'd come from, he'd walk across the street. We'd go to the store, grab cigarettes.
What do you know? What do you know about Justin's life
Well, now that he had a
before that?
Oh, nothing. He did tattoos, and he moved back from California, I think, to I don't know, something with his mom or something. He came down.
He told you he just moved back from California.
Yeah.
You mean down here like Austin?
Yeah.
What else did you know about him? Do you know who he lived with, or?
His mom and 2 sisters, I think.
Do you know anything about his girlfriend, or?
No, just that she was still in school and they were supposed to get an apartment together.
Did you know her name before that? Before this happened?
No, sir.
What? Oh, okay. What else? Anything else about her or about
No,
him?
that was it. Just that she was still in school. And they were supposed to get an apartment together. And that was it.
Do you know anything about their relationship, whether it was a good one or a bad one? Or?
They looked happy. He never said nothing bad about her or anything. No. They look, just all by view, from what the night they came to the house. They seemed happy. They was talking about something for Valentine's or something. They said something about his mom.
Okay. What? How many times has she been to your house?
Maybe I want to say about once or twice. Once, and one time he was walking. I guess it was her, another chick that was walking that way, and he stopped and I gave him a cigarette. But other than that, she hadn't came to the house. Next, she didn't come. He was walking on the sidewalk. They were walking, and he walked across the street to grab the cigarette.
How many times has Justin been to your house?
I want to say maybe a total of like 5, 7.
7?
Yeah, 5, give or take around about 5 times. You know, he'd pop up, grab a cigarette, and keep walking.
Do you want to say 5 to 7 since you said 7, or do you want me to say 5? Or
You can say about 6 times.
when was it that your mom decided she didn't want him in your house?
Like
First, second,
the first
third?
day I met him.
The first time he came to your house?
Yeah.
And she said she didn't want him in the house or didn't want him around or what?
Yeah, I didn't want him all around the house.
That was because why?
She just didn't like him, his attitude, the way he lived.
And the way he looked was what?
He wore like, she didn't like how he put on the eyelash makeup or something. His earrings and his lips.
Okay. And that one time that he brought Jennifer over was that last Wednesday?
Yeah, that night. It was our nighttime.
Well, okay. Now tell me about how this this gun came about. When did he first talk to you about a gun?
I want to say about that week.
Well, okay. When? The same week?
Yeah.
Like how many days before?
Well, no, it was like Friday.
The Friday before?
Yeah.
And what did he ask you? Did he ask you to get him one or ask you how to get one or what did he ask?
Yeah, because he asked if I knew around or if if I know anybody who had one on him. At one point, he even talked about that he was going to break into a house to go get one.
Okay.
He asked if I knew if anybody had one inside the house that I knew of, didn't go to work or went to work.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see. Did he tell you why he wanted the gun?
He said him and some friends were gonna go meet some people in San Antonio. And they were gonna get some, like 20 pounds, he said exactly 20 pounds of heroin. And if I know anybody here in Austin, you know, to go to us, and I don't know nobody. So he said him and his friends needed it. They were gonna go do the heroin thing or whatnot.
Now, when he says he's going to get 20 pounds of heroin, does he mean he's going to buy it, or what does he mean?
I guess he had planned to rob somebody, but he said they're gonna use it just in case.
But he said what?
He said just in case if anything happens.
Okay, now, so take me from that Friday all the way through the Wednesday now. What happened on Saturday?
Never seen him. Didn't see him on my weekends or nothing like that.
Okay.
And then Monday come along, he popped up at the house.
Hold on. Let's see. Justin. Until when? Monday?
Yeah, Monday came along, he popped up at the house. And he told me that if I wanted to go into a tattoo shop or something, or if I wanted to go with him, he'll hook me up on the tattoo. And I told him I had something to do.
He asked you to go to a tattoo house with him.
Yeah.
So what else on Monday?
Nothing really happened. And then
On Tuesday?
Tuesday, we wound up walking to 7-Eleven. I seen him out there. We walked to 7-Eleven. And that's when, everything happened. They started talking about, what him and his friends were going to do. And he was like, I'm going to be rich and I'm going to have all this money. And, we got 7-Eleven. Just so happened.
Oh.
Okay.
And it was on the walk up there?
Yeah.
On the walk to the store was when he what?
He, we was talking about it.
What was he saying?
That he wanted to get a gun. He's been looking that he'd be willing to break into a house.
But he said that to you before on the Friday, though, right?
Yeah. He was talking about it. They wanted him so bad. Just so happened, we was at the bus stop sitting there. We was chilling. And then, black guy pulls up. And he's like, y'all don't need anything. And Justin once again asked about the heroin thing.
Wait a minute. This black guy described as what?
He's just a light-skinned black
How?
guy. He looked about, I want to say anywhere between 18 to about 20-something. 25, give or take. Gold teeth.
Could you tell how tall he was, or if he was heavy or thin, or
No, he was stocky.
stocky, like in muscles, or?
Yeah.
Driving.
It was a Taurus. It was an older car, primer.
What color was it?
It was like a whitish to primer gray. The gray primer was gray.
What was the model?
Ford Taurus.
And you say he was working for a pizza place at that time? Like he had one of those
Yeah.
signs on his deal, or
It looked like a pizza thing.
on the top of his car?
Yeah, it was like just a little flag, one of those flag things.
It was on the window.
Yeah, back passenger.
You don't remember what pizza place?
No, I'm saying that's what it looked like. Cause I know when I used to work at Pizza Hut, they had the pizza flags that hung from the back.
What did the guy say to you?
They said, "Hey, y'all looking? Or do y'all need anything? Y'all looking for anything?"
Oh, wait a minute. He drove up to you guys at the bus stop?
Yeah, when we was walking out from the store, he'd seen us, and when we started walking, driving towards the way, or when he started driving away, he stopped and looked, and he was like, he reversed. Me and Justin were still talking about it.
Were you at the bus stop?
Huh?
Were you at the bus stop?
Yeah, we was right there at the corner of the bus stop and where the driveway is at. You know how the bus,
Yeah.
the driveway is like about right there.
You say his windows down, or he rolled it down, or what?
He already had the windows rolled down.
He asked y'all what?
Are you looking for anything? As in, he was talking about drugs, I said, yeah, unless he got, a gun.
Okay, so you asked about a gun. What did the guy say?
Yeah, it's like, he said, he was like, gun? I said, yeah. And then he took off after that. He asked what was, who was the white guy? I said, his name Jay. He goes, oh. And, he's like, what's your name? I told him a fake name, because at first I figured a cop. So I was like, Roman. I just said Roman. That's my first name. And the guy drove off. He drove off going towards Slaughterway. And then we got back to the house. No sooner than we was walking back, that was the time whenever Justin picked up the Gatorade. And we seen the guy, but he was with another guy. 2 black guys now inside the car.
Where was this that you saw him at?
Back right there towards the bus stop.
Okay, you confused me because you said you went home.
Yeah, went to the house. And
So
then
you-
we walked back to the store.
Okay, hold on. So you were asking the guy.
You know,
He was asking about drugs, and
Yeah.
you asked about a gun.
Yeah.
He said,
He just said,
yeah,
gun.
and asked our names. Did he tell you to wait, I'll be back, or anything?
No, he didn't say nothing like that. That's why, I told the lady, I was like, man, he just bullshitting, We took off.
Okay, hold on.
Or no, he just, that's why I told the lady, I was like, man, I think yeah.
For how long?
I was there. I was in for a little bit. Maybe till about like 2 o'clock. I know it had to have been almost, the school zone lights were still on.
The school zone lights were still on when what?
When we started walking back towards the store, we saw, but they stay on till about like 4 o'clock. About 4:30, no, about 4:35, give or take.
Okay, what time was it you went to the 7-Eleven store?
When we first left in the morning, it was about 10:30. Okay. No, it wasn't 10:30, 11. We left the thing not exactly. I left the bus stop. I left the bus stop at about 1 o'clock, 1:30, because I had gotten off from my interview from Sam's at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
On Tuesday, I had an interview at Sam's at 11 o'clock on Tuesday. Got back over there to my house. When I was getting off the bus, he was walking down with Justin, so I had to have been maybe about like 3 o'clock before.
Okay. The first time you went to 7-Eleven was about?
Yeah, about 3 or 4. And then we walked back to the house. He took off his own separate way. I stayed at my house. And then...
Hold on. We walked back to my house. And then what? About what time was it you said you went back?
He came back maybe about like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. He was carrying a bag and he had a white shirt and black. He was dressed kind of nice.
Wait a minute. He came back where? Because I've got you at the house right now.
Yeah.
At 3, what I have is...
knocking at the door.
At your house?
Yeah.
How do you find your house?
Because he knew where I lived. This was like, this wasn't the first day I met him.
The black guy?
Oh, no, not the black guy. I thought you said...
No, I'm still on the black guy.
Oh, the black guy took off.
Okay, what time? This is what I have. On Tuesday at about 3 p.m., 4 p.m., we walked to the 7-Eleven store.
Yeah, me and Justin. That was me and Justin.
And that's when you met this black guy.
Yeah.
You talked about the gun. He said, yeah, but he drove off.
He drove off.
Then you guys went to your house.
Yeah, we walked back to my
Then
house.
what happened after you went to your house?
Justin went off his own separate way. I I stayed at my house. And then he came back towards the house. And I gave him a couple of cigarettes. And we wound up walking back to the store.
And what time was that?
About it was getting dark. I can't give you a specific certain time, sir. I want to say about 5 or 6.
Okay, so when you got to the 7-Eleven store,
Yeah, it was like that. The guy was still inside not still inside the parking lot, but I guess the guy was right there by the air thing, like as if he had come to wait or something.
so he was in the parking lot?
Yeah, they're coming back out again. And the black guys. And we was
How many guys were with him?
There's an extra guy with them this time.
There was another guy.
Yeah. And then you know, that's what.
Wait a minute. And that second black guy is,
the one that was in the passenger.
is described as what?
He was a skinnier, dark guy. He had braids. Braids and blue beads in him.
Okay, then what happened?
The passenger, he went to hand the gun out the window.
Out of the passenger window?
Yeah. And Justin took off his shirt. It was a black one, plaid one. And
How much? What kind of gun was it? What did you see?
it was a 12 gauge
I mean, what did you see at that point?
barrel like this long. And it was like as if he was trying to throw it out the window right there before anybody saw him. And I kind of looked around. Justin took off his shirt, and we threw it in there. And then the guy was wrapping it up when he started sliding back out the window. It got caught again. The shirt got caught and started pulling it back. And that's when I threw, put my body on a little bit just to cover it up.
Okay, hold on a second. Did it expose part of the gun?
Yeah. That's when it started showing. And I kind of, put my body towards it and try to wrap it back up. So that way, you ain't gonna hide. You can't hide that no matter what.
Okay, so you put your body toward it and try to wrap it back up.
Yeah.
Did you touch the gun at that time, or?
Yeah. Because it started showing out a little bit.
You touched what part of the gun?
I guess you would say almost the whole entire thing because the barrel was coming out first. And barrel came out. When you started pulling it out, the sleeve was hanging down. And the whole barrel started showing out, so I grabbed it and I just...
Grabbed it by the barrel?
Yeah, grabbed the barrel, between the barrel and the butt back towards the stock.
Okay.
I went like this. Like, because it was coming out the window, so I just pushed it down towards the bottom of the car and back up towards it. Gave it to Justin.
What color was the barrel?
Blackish, rusted. Not rusted, but like if it had, rust ate it.
And what color was the stock?
Dirty brown, old. Oh, it's all brown.
Was it made out of plastic or wood?
Wood.
Anything? Anything peculiar about the gun?
It was just all beat up. Looked all dropped.
Was it long, short? Was it two barrels? Was it pump action?
No,
Was,
no pump.
what was it?
It was a little breakaway. A breakaway 12 gauge.
How many barrels?
One.
Was it long or short?
It was short. Short, but not, still too long to walk down the street with it.
Right. Well, do you know what? Is there any term that you would use to describe it?
Like, what do you mean?
I was just wondering if there's any term that, like, if you said, "Hey, it's he got a shotgun," it's a, what would you say? A 12 gauge.
Yeah,
What else?
that's the 12 gauge.
Okay. You remember the brand name of it or where?
I didn't even bother looking at that thing.
Okay, so you wrapped it up,
Yeah.
and then what'd you do?
No, he was gonna go set it by the little cement thing like I was.
After you wrapped it up, what'd you do? Did you give it to him?
Oh yeah, give it to him. Yeah. Hold it right there.
And then Justin walked where?
We was by the bridge, right there from 7-Eleven. And he was laid on the side, and it mentioned something where somebody sees it. And he wound up putting it right there, where the edge of the wall is at. Where the grass comes up in the edge of the wall, that wall that you saw? Right there.
Then what'd you guys do? Did you leave it there? Or did you?
Oh no, it was left there. And then that's, never seen him that night or anything.
Hold on. You left it there on. This is on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah. He left it there. 'Cause I wasn't about to walk with him down the street with that damn thing.
Okay, so you guys left it there, and then you did what?
Left it there. I walked towards my house. He took off to the school.
Oh, he went to the.
Towards the barn.
Is that elementary school or middle
Yes,
school?
sir, elementary. Yeah, I wouldn't have no crackers or anything, would you?
Yeah, come with me.
No, my uncle, he messed up my grandma and grandma's life on that.
Oh yeah.
Or one of my step uncles. But they wound up pawned the whole house.
Okay. He walked towards the elementary. You didn't see him for the rest of the night. You said.
Yeah.
What time? Did you see him the next day on Wednesday?
I was there to stop by the house, I believe, to talk to my dad about the car, him and that girl.
When did you first see him though?
In the afternoon, about 10.
In the morning? 10 in the
Yeah.
morning?
It was early. He came over Wednesday.
Did he come over by himself or?
Yeah, well, the first time he told me he'd come back to the house because he was walking with a couple of bags towards his girl's house, walking back up in her direction. It was me and my chick moving some stuff on back. I was like, all right. And then when he came back in, we walked down to the store.
And that was at what time?
That was Wednesday, maybe about like 10. Give or take 10 or 11 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And then walked to the store, came back to the house.
Hold on. What about the gun at that time?
I didn't know what he did with it at the time. I didn't ask no questions. He said him and his friends, because on Tuesday night they were supposed to go do that thing with the other guys from San Antonio. And then Wednesday came. I asked him if he did that little, his heroin thing. He was like, no, we didn't mess with it. They didn't want to do it. I was like, all right. And after that, I was never heard of. And then I wanted to go to Academy. I wanted my backpacks from Academy that day. And he was like, oh, well, great, I'm going to go. He asked me if I could buy him bullets. And I told him no, because I don't got an ID.
Okay, hold on. I gotta back up real quick. Did Justin pay for the gun?
Who?
Did he pay for the gun?
Yeah, he gave that guy money for it.
He gave it to him before or after he got the gun?
It was a 50 half thing. He gave, no, he didn't give him no money. He gave, because I know he gave me $200 out of it, just for finding it. And I thought it was so stupid, because I was looking at him, and he was walking around, if you sat there and you looked at him, he was flashing his money around. He only had, he had maybe a good, chunk of change. And this was before he started. He pulled it out. He said, the guy, because the guy was in charge of like $250, $300 for the gun. Justin gave him the money for the gun. He gave him $200, and I didn't think he was really gonna give him money for it. I thought he was bullshit. He gave him $200 for it. But he didn't give the guy no money until when the guy came back.
Right, but I mean, did the guy hand him the gun and then he gave him the money, or did he hand him the money and then the guy gave him the gun?
Oh, he quick to pull out the money. He pulled out his money.
So just about the same time.
Yeah. You know, when we got to Academy,
Hold on.
that was when he had questioned about the bullets.
And you say you think it was $200 you gave him?
Yeah. I know it was $100 bill. 100, you know, like one bill, and then the rest, you know, was 20s, 10s.
When did he give you your money?
When we started walking back.
Okay, so you guys walked to the store. He told you that him and his buddies went to do the deal on the night before?
Yeah, it was the deal was supposed to be done on Tuesday that night, you know. And then, because we got, the bullets were purchased on that Wednesday, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, that Wednesday when he came over to the house during the day, he, you know, if you're questioning or wondering about the bullets, they were purchased, and he was, you know, he asked about them on Wednesday, like right when we got into the Academy parking lot right there by the Wendy's.
Okay, hold on a second. Justin said, okay, you walked to the store. What I'm trying to get at is, if you walked to the store at like 10 a.m. or whatever,
Yeah.
and the last thing you remember was the gun laying in the ditch.
Yeah.
Did you ask him about the gun? Is the gun still there, or did he tell you if the gun was still there?
No, because I had asked, my question to him about the gun was, did y'all ever go do you and your buddies go do that thing? And he was like, no, so I figured, you know, it was still there. That's why I figured it. I think it was Tuesday is when, you know, he might have moved it or some Tuesday night, the night he called me. Or no, Wednesday, Wednesday, I asked him, he was like, man, I was like, you still didn't go to his buddy's house? He was like, nope.
Okay, so you guys went to the store. He told you hadn't done his thing in San Antonio. What happened then?
That's Tuesday, right?
This is Wednesday.
Wednesday. That was Wednesday afternoon already. We had to walk back. We went to the store, got cigarettes, Gatorade, came back to the house. And once we got back to the house, that was when we went to the academy.
All right. What is Joe to you? Joe, what is he to you?
That is my sister's boyfriend.
Sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe says that you asked him to take him to the store for a specific reason.
For my backpack. I said, your white boy's gonna come along. You know,
But he said you asked him to take him there for another specific reason, and that your sister was all against it. She thought you were going to go there and
No, but she thought I was gonna go try to steal something.
Right. And eventually, before you left, you told him.
It was what?
You told him why it was you guys wanted to go.
Yeah, because the white boy, he kept pursuing, nagging. Finally I told Joe, I said, look, can you just take it to the store so he can get his bullets? And then I had, then I got in the car.
Hold on. Let me catch up. You finally said, can you just take us to the store? So the white boy, what did you say?
So he can get some bullets.
Did you say he or the white boy?
He. But at the time, at the time, I didn't, I guess you can say I didn't tell him that he was going there to get bullets because, I was when we left the house, But because I didn't tell Joe. I said, Joe, I was like, can we hurry up and leave the house so he can get his bullets? I said, just like that. And he goes, yeah, Joe didn't know he was going to buy him. Or, you know what I mean? Joe didn't know he had to buy him.
Right. Okay, so in the car on the way there, what happened? How did Joe find out that he needed to buy them?
Whenever we started pulling into when we crossed the light into the parking lot, that white guy goes, well, who's getting them? And I told him, I was like, wow, who's got your ID? I said just like that because he had the jail ID. He used to have one. I didn't know you can't buy them with that or something. And I said, well, I don't got my ID. Joe, you got yours? I said just like that. He goes, yeah.
Okay, so Justin said, well, who's getting them? And then showed you his ID? Or you asked him, don't you got an ID?
Yeah, I said, don't you got an ID?
When he showed you his jail ID, did he tell you that meant he couldn't buy them?
No, well, not. I didn't know you can't buy them with that thing. And here, just hearing about it, and then everybody talking and stuff like that, the news, there was like, well, he says he didn't buy them because of, this and that. That's how I figured it out. Or he had also said he couldn't buy him with his little ID card thing. He told me right when we got inside the parking lot. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mhm. You didn't have an ID, so what? Did you ask Joe or did Justin ask?
I had to, because Justin didn't know Joe. Justin, somebody doesn't hardly ask somebody they don't know, And I was like, well, Joe, you got yours? He said like that. So he took it in as an asking. And I was telling, saying it as an asking.
Right. So then what? You guys go in the store?
Yeah, we go to the store. And we go in and Justin was like, well, how do you know which one's a 12 gauge? It's like he was playing stupid but dumb, you know what I mean? He goes, well, because the way he was talking about his drug thing, he kept asking like, well, what's the difference? Or what about this one or this one? Or, you know what I mean? Like he was asking about the different bullets. And he was like, well, which one should I use for the 12 gauge? And I was like, well, shit.
So what'd you do?
I pointed them out to him, grabbed them. I was like, these are the ones you would use right here. They use these. He was, now this right here. He was like, these are the ones for birds. And I was like, no. He goes, oh. And then he goes, these are the ones that they use for like the deers and big shit, right? And I was like, yeah, grab those right there. Gave him the, I don't know if it's a buckshot or, the, you know what I'm talking about. He was playing stupid, but he asked me, he was like, which one would I use which one would I use for the 12 gauge? You know how I'm trying to say it though.
Kind of. So was he looking for something for birds or was he looking for something for deer, like you just said?
Oh no, I told him, if I was like, if you're going, supposedly if somebody has 20 pounds of heroin, wouldn't you have a bunch of people? I'd rather use a BB shot, try to get everybody.
And you told him that there?
Yeah.
Okay. If Hold on. And when you say the BB shot, you mean
The BBs.
the smaller ones or the
No,
bigger ones?
the ones with the little BBs in them.
Right.
And then that's when he was like, well, I ain't trying to, hit everybody. And I was like, they got the slugs too, and they got a smaller BB shot. And he was like, all right. And he goes, which ones are the slugs? What do they do? I was like, it's just a chunk of steel in it, I said, chunk of steel, and it's just one shot. And then he was like, all right, well, I want those. He's still like that. He was like, well, I want those.
What? The slugs?
Yeah. He was
Okay.
like, all right, I want those. And I was like, lazy ass.
You told him it was a chunk of what?
Steel.
And when he said, well, I want those, he meant the slugs, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you got him?
Yeah. Got him, and then.
So you reached up and
Yeah, reached up, grabbed him, and
what color was the box?
I don't know if he grabbed. I think it was the black ones.
Then what?
And then that's when I was, I started walking. I was gonna go down to the backpack section, and I saw them. And that was, right there. That picture y'all got, I guess. Me turning the corner, and I was gonna go back to the backpack section. And so I don't know when it was, but I gave them to Joe, and they took off to the front, and I went back to them because I wanted my backpack still.
Okay, so you started to walk toward the backpack. You saw them at the counter and gave them to Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, so you turned the corner. Okay, so then what happened? You gave them to Joe and you went where?
To the backpacks.
Where'd they go?
They went to the register.
Then what?
And then we went home. I grabbed my backpack, paid for it. Then we went home.
When did Justin get the? When did he get the bullets and who gave them to him?
I'm not sure on that. That was up in the front. I told you they paid for their stuff on that. I just know the last person I had them to was Joe. That because they were already going to.
When
the
did
front.
you know that Justin had bullets?
Whenever I gave him, he right there. Whenever he grabbed, I guess either from right there. Whenever after I gave him Joe, I already knew he was gonna get the bullets.
I understand that.
Oh,
What I'm trying to establish is when did you know for certain that Justin had them in his possession?
when he was walking away from the house, like when I asked him.
So in the car, nothing happened in the car. Nobody said anything in the car about the bullets or anything.
I think Joe did to ask him, but he didn't say. He was like, he just said he was going to some property. There's nothing to somebody. But I guess okay, I can say it to register then. Just.
You knew at the register?
Oh no. I knew.
So in the car, you think Joe asked
Yeah.
Justin what he was going to do with them?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess he mentioned, for what. And I guess Justin said going to a property ranch.
And did you?
I knew he had him inside. Yeah, I knew he was sitting by him. He had him in the back seat whenever he was sitting down already. When I got to the car. Does that say, you know what I mean? We can't smoke in here, Kevin.
Sorry.
doing this today, or what's gonna happen today?
Doing what today?
Just another report?
Yeah, we're just doing this statement.
Alright,
I think we're pretty close to being done.
okay.
Okay.
I know from the time that y'all got me on the little thing, from there, we went straight home. And from straight home, Justin went about his business. I stayed helping my dad in the garage working on the cars.
Okay, when's the next time you saw Justin?
I think that was it. Or from the time we walked to the house.
No, what about the car?
Oh yeah, he came. That was when him and his girl came that day to. Him and his girl came that day, I think, to look at the car. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Justin, him and his girl came that. I think it was Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken. They went to go look at the car. I don't really remember because I wasn't, there sitting actually me telling him about the car. You know what I mean?
So you don't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday?
I just know for a fact Wednesday, when we left, got to the house, I stayed there working on the car, and then when we got to the house, they hear me out because this is where everybody was getting confused and lost because everybody done talked about it. When we was there working on the car Wednesday, I was right there. I was coming out of the garage after Justin walked away. It was a couple hours later. I was walking out the garage and it sounded like a backfire. I was like, Richie car backfiring again. And my dad was like, no, that sounded like a gunshot. It was like that, just like that. You can go inside and ask that man.
And what day was that on?
That was Wednesday.
What were you doing in the house?
I'm going to grab my dad's tool.
And what time was that at?
You can give it about 2 hours after, 3 hours after the photo, because we stayed there sitting back before we started working on Joe's car. I came out to laugh at Richie thinking it was his car backfiring.
Okay. Let's try this. What happened when you were at the house when you got back from the Academy store?
I went inside my room, started fucking with my backpacks. He had asked me, he said, that's when I gave him my green one, because supposedly him and his chick were trying to catch a taxi to go move his stuff from his mom's house. Remember I told you earlier in the first statement? So I gave him my green duffel bag. And when he was walking away, my dad turned up, from what my dad said, my dad told Joe or something, he said, you know what, that looks like a box of bullets, because I don't know if he didn't want my dad to see or not. It was a box of bullets. And,
Your dad said what?
and look, I think, from what I understand, he said, that looks like a box, because he was walking away, after we got back from Academy, and I gave him my green bag and stuff. And when he was walking away, he was already across the street at the neighbor's house. And I don't know if it was my dad or not, but one of them said, I think that looks like a box. He goes, turn to Rich, he goes, what is that? Because it was weighted. I didn't nothing in the bag. He was like, yeah, he was like, it looks like a box of bullets or something.
In what?
Inside that green bag I gave him. The ones that, Justin got at the Academy.
Why'd you give him the green duffel bag?
Oh, because he told me him and his chick were supposed to be doing some moving. Remember I told you that the last time I came. Last time they had some trash bags full of clothes. And it didn't look like their parents were helping them move. That's why I didn't think that they were living together, actually. Is it making sense? Or you getting together?
I'm trying.
No, I think I gotta go big. I know it's hot.
Okay. Now, we don't know what day that he brought Jennifer over.
Yeah, well, I don't I don't remember if it was Tuesday night or Wednesday.
Anything happened when he brought Jennifer over?
They talked to my dad, that was it.
Where were you?
Inside most of the times. I was on the phone with Desiree. But they stayed in the garage. They talked to my dad inside the garage about the
Did
car.
you know that they were there? Or,
Yeah, I seen him.
I mean, did you go like, "Hey, Dad," did your dad already know Justin?
He'd already, made contact with him. Seen him one time by yelling at him.
Okay. So, Justin showed up, but you don't know which day.
I don't know myself. They probably remember better than I'm not saying. I think it was Tuesday night, probably, or Wednesday. Earlier, but I don't think it was Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Tuesday night because we were drinking. Everybody was there at the house. That's why I say Tuesday night, because we still had the shop open, and it was a little bit unusual that they had the shop still open. That's what I'm saying. I think I myself think it was Tuesday night.
And it wasn't open on Wednesday night?
Oh no, it was open, but that's what I mean by open is like him allowing people, to actually bring their cars in and work. We gotta keep the garage door open all the time, but that's what I mean by open. It's like when I walked in to the garage to put out my cigarette, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then my dad was already talking to him. It's like he just walked to the house. I didn't sit there and carry on the conversation with them all or anything.
Okay. What time was it that you heard this car backfire, whatever it was?
I want to say about like, give or take, maybe, boy, 3 or 4, 3 to like 4 o'clock. And as I come out, I was like, "Yeah, Richie car backfired." I was like, "No,
Was it dark or daylight?
it was daylight."
What else can you relate the time to? I mean, to help you.
My sister wasn't off of school yet, and she doesn't get off of school till about 3:30. Or that's when school lets out. But when she gets home, about dusk, if not a little bit before dusk.
Where she go to school?
Covington Middle School.
How come it takes her so long?
She stays and chats with after friends, I guess. That's what I used to do.
Okay, so you say it was about dusk?
Yeah, give it to.
Well, that's not 3 or 4 as well.
Okay, well about 5 o'clock then. Let's put 5.
I'm gonna say dusk. Cause was it?
Put 5 o'clock. My mom wasn't off work yet, I don't think.
What was the tool that you needed to go get?
Screwdriver. Or a flathead one. Screwdriver.
Where did he tell you to go get it?
In the garage.
No, I mean, where was the tool?
Oh, inside the house, in the garage.
Well, in the garage or inside the house?
A little bit of both, cause I grabbed it from the toolbox right there where y'all seen where the sewing machine's at. And the same time I grabbed the thing, I went inside to go get a soda. So that's why I said I went inside to go get a soda. Came back out. My dad's like, "Where's the screwdriver?" Went back inside, grabbed the screwdriver. Or I was going back inside to grab the screwdriver. I had something a lot of stuff either way. I'm saying the house, cause I had to go back and get it.
Well, your dad told me that the screwdriver was someplace else inside the house, specific.
No, he didn't. That's where I grabbed it from. I grabbed the screwdriver right there in the garage. There's a green counter. I grabbed the screwdriver, went back inside the house. I don't know what screwdriver he's talking about. That's the one I grabbed.
What'd you say? Green?
Yeah, on top of the green desk.
No, I mean the green screwdriver. What color screwdriver?
I don't remember. We got a bunch of black and yellow ones. There's a Craftsman.
You sure it was Craftsman?
Yeah.
And when you asked if it was Richard's car backfire, is that your uncle?
Yeah. Not biological.
Or Richard who?
I think.
So is he your dad's friend, or what is he?
Oh,
Is he your uncle or your dad's friend, or what?
my dad's friend.
And was he there to have his car worked on?
Yeah, but it's for his car. It's still not getting worked on. You know, we messed every day, but there's a lot of problems with it.
Who said it was a gunshot?
My dad, that would sound like a gunshot.
What else?
That was it. That was all we heard. That was all to it. After that, nobody ever said anything, talked about it. Until, the day y'all came to my house. That's it.
Okay.
You know, I never heard from Justin except for that night when he called me and asked if I wanted to go to the hotel. He said I was doing my plans with the 20 pounds. He's like, he fell through if you want. He goes, you can come pick up a pound. And I was like, dude,
Okay, hold on. Call me later that night.
he asked me if I wanted to go pick up a pound of heroin. Him and his friends were having a party at a hotel.
And he asked you if you wanted to go.
Pick up a pound.
Well, first he asked if you wanted to go to his hotel room, right?
Yeah.
Which was where?
I don't know. We never got that deep into the conversation, sir. He had just paid. I wasn't even trying to get on the phone with him because my mom was already pissed off at me. My dad was mad, and it was him. You know what I mean?
Okay, so he asked if you want to come pick up a pound of heroin because what, he did his deal?
Yeah.
Now, what did he say about the deal in San Antonio?
Nothing. No, we never talked about it after. He was like, yeah, man, me and my boys did that deal. We got the heroin. If you want, you can come to the hotel. You can have a pound. I said, yeah, right.
Here, stop.
And that's it. That's all I ever heard from him until the day y'all came to my house. That's all I ever heard. That's all.
Okay, so you didn't go?
Nope.
So then what happened?
That was it. Never heard from him. Never heard anything from him. Back to regular. And then y'all show up. Man, I go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm just trying to hold it because I want to get this thing done with.
We're almost done. Come on.
Yeah. Close it or open?
You can go.
Hey, what are you doing, sweetie? Did you? How is it my fault? You could have had a good day. Well, I'm in a little interview right now. You done be free tonight, or you want to chill tonight, or you done be busy? Watch a movie or something. Relax. Take a hot shower. I need to take a hot shower. I'm gonna take one at my house, but well, here comes. I know. Well, here comes the boss. I'll call you as soon as we get out the interview, alright? Alright, sweetie. Bye. Interview. 8:36. Oh man, come on.
The night that Justin and Jennifer came by the house, what was Justin wearing?
Black or white shirt, khaki shorts, I think. I know khaki shorts for a fact. But he was wearing like a black or white shirt.
What was she wearing?
Blue jeans, I don't remember. I don't know what kind of shirt or anything, but I know some jeans. Don't remember, 'cause I never paid attention to it.
Did you ever handle any of the bullets?
Just when I grabbed the box.
So you never handled the actual bullets?
No.
Did you ever go in that field with the? Oh, when did you find out about the murder?
The day it came on the news. That day, I don't know.
The night that on the Wednesday or the
Yeah.
Thursday or the what?
Yeah, the day I don't remember which the first news it came out on. The first time y'all showed it that day.
Well, the police were out there the first time it showed up on the news. The police were still out there. You didn't see them out there?
No, I don't go down any direction. I stayed in my house. That's what I did. I stayed in my house.
Well, when you heard it on the news, did you know it was your neighborhood?
No, I knew when I didn't find out nothing. I got up out the shower and I was like, golly, how old was she? Dang, she was young. I was like, yep. It's just like that. Y'all come to my house.
But you didn't know it was in your neighborhood.
Well, yeah, come on now. But I'm not, what you mean by neighborhood is right there in my area. That's my neighborhood too, but, at the time my mom didn't say, oh, it was right here in this area. But yeah, I know it's a neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like, I was over here in the news, and I was like, dang, how old was she too? Because remember the dog attacks or something? The lady, that day, I heard it that day. About the murder.
And you didn't think anything about it?
Nope. Because, Justin Crabbe, and Jennifer, whatever, I was like, I wasn't watching the news. I just heard, someone shot in this neighborhood. That's it. I didn't pay no attention, nothing like that. Until the day y'all came to my house. That's the day I sat my ass in the front and started watching the TV. What?
No.
What else we need to get down?
I'm trying to think about it. Oh, that field. You ever been in that field?
Yeah, we saw it. Not me and Justin, but I'm talking about, when I skateboarded a long time ago. We used to skateboard right there. The neighbors would always bitch at us and stuff for being down there.
You do it late at night?
No. I'm scared of the dark. I really am.
When was the last time? When was the last time you were in those woods?
I don't even know. I know me and the girl went back there one time to mess around.
How long ago?
Weeks ago. A month. Yeah, it's been about a month and a half. That was the first day I messed around with another girl. When me and the girl were apart.
So, there's.
You on the steward's gonna be one.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm all printed and get. So, if we collect this stuff out there, none of it should have anything on it that's gonna come back to you.
No, I'm being honest. No, me and that girl, we wasn't. I think unless you find a condom, we sat my condom in a blanket. That's it. I'm being honest. So.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Just write right here. This is whoever you think it is. And then down here, sign your name and put a date.
Whoever I think it is, whoever I know.
Yeah, who you know this is. Or what you know him by or whatever.
I'm gonna put J and put them like slash, you know,
That's fine.
now known as just. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Want me to reprint it over?
What time do we come in here? I'm gonna put 9 o'clock on this statement, but it's 9 o'clock right now. I'll be right back.
Come on, yo.
Hey, read this to make sure it's correct. You can read and write, right?
Huh?
You can read and write, correct?
Yeah.
Read this out loud so I know you can read.
Before me, the undersigned
Right.
authority on this day personally appeared Ricardo Roman, who after being
By me.
by me duly sworn upon oath.
Okay. Read this. Make sure it's correct. Don't sign it until I get back. I'll be right back.
Alright. On this, instead of I told him about the slugs, you know, because I was telling, I said, they used to use, a bunch of beer. If I went to a room, a bunch of people, and there's 20 pounds of heroin, and if something went wrong, wouldn't you want to try to scatter it? That's how I was saying it. I didn't tell him to grab the slugs.
No, I know. Keep reading.
Okay.
Keep reading it.
Oh, okay.
Read it out loud from right there. I told him
I
that's.
told him about the slugs. He asked what they were, and I told him a chunk of steel. Emotion with his eyes. He said, well, I want those. I reached up and grabbed a black box, started walking towards the backpacks. Where I read some backpacks saw. And at the counter turned a corner.
Okay, so yeah, but right before that, I said that you were suggesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with another girl. Makes me sound dirty.
Well, I didn't want to say the same girl as him.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Is this accurate?
Yeah.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear it's true and accurate to the best of your
Swear
knowledge?
it's true, it's accurate. Take up a pound, yeah.
You'll sign right there where it says affiant.
Yep.
Say, put your signature on that line.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought it said offended.
No, affiant. It just means the person is swearing or giving the statement. You put your initials and date at the bottom of each one of these.
What's that?
Says 24. See this. And then sign your name on this gray line right there.
Very well. Okay.
Yeah. They can go out. I think they might be downstairs.
All right.
Justin Crabbe pleaded guilty to murder. He was sentenced to 35 years in prison in exchange for testifying against Ricardo Richard Roman. Roman was charged with murder. When it came time for trial, Crabbe refused to testify against his friend and the case fell apart. Roman has never been convicted of any crime connected to Jennifer's homicide or any other allegations made by Justin Crabbe. Through his lawyer, Roman stated that he had no knowledge of Crabbe's plans to murder Jennifer.